Okay, so this is the third video about this about the tower of subgroup. Okay, so this topic is somehow very complicated, so I want to spend more time on it. Okay, so recall the definition is that if you have a tower, then we have three kind of tower. One is just a normal tower, meaning that each one is a normal subgroup before the each one is a normal subgroup of previous one. And if the quotient is abelian, then we call it abelian tower. If it's cyclic, we call it cyclic tower. Okay, so now here's a non-trivial theorem. As I want to prove in this video is that so first I need to make a definition called refinement. Refinement of a tower is just one can add finite more normal subgroup to make the new tower. Okay, so simply speaking is that if you have a tower like this, then the basically refinement just I can between G0 and G1 I can add I can add G01, G02, and then for G1 to G I can add G10, G11. For G2 and G3 I can add a lot of it, as long as they are all finite and they are all normal. Okay, then this is the refinement definition of refinement. Okay, so the claim I want to make in this video is that when G is finite and let me see. Okay, so when G is finite, then okay, so when G is finite, then any Abelian tower can be refined as a cyclic tower. Okay, so what this means is that if I start with a Abelian tower, maybe up to GM, if the quotient of this is Abelian, if all of this Abelian is called Abelian tower, then I can add something. I can add something here, add something here, add something here, and to make it become cyclic. So every quotient will become cyclic. Okay, so this is the non-trivial part that I want to prove. Okay, so to prove it, we make the following observation. Right, we start with, let's say, G0, and then we have this G0 quotient G1, and let's say we have G1, and if we do this, then it become identity. Right, you become identity as G1, so it's a subgroup. Right? It's a subgroup of it. Okay, so this is the original, the first part, but and this is a quotient map. This is a quotient map. So these guys are abelian. Okay, so let's say for some reason, if any abelian group has a cyclic refinement, or I should say any abelian group has a cyclic tower. Suppose this is true. Suppose any abelian group has a cyclic tower ending at identity, meaning that you can create a lot of small subgroup which is normal, and their quotient are cyclic. If you can do this for any abelian group, then it's pull back, right? As we proved before, it's pull back will generate the cyclic tower. So if this statement is true, then you can generate a lot of cyclic tower here. Then this will generate cyclic tower, cyclic tower, cyclic tower, cyclic tower. Then you prove that any Abelian tower can be refined as a cyclic tower. Okay, so everything you need to prove is this statement. If any Abelian group has a cyclic tower ending in identity. Okay, proof. So finally, we just need to prove this. And this is just mathematical induction. Okay, so mathematical induction. So I think we induction on the, induction on group element G. So let's assume that G is abelian. So if G is identity, it's done. Okay, so we can assume G is not identity, right? So now it's trivial, because if G is non-identity, G is not equals to identity, then I can take X, which is not different from identity, and let X generate a subgroup of G. So G is finite, right? So this is finite cyclic. Okay. So now we have the following map with around G and the G quotient X. So this is a normal subgroup because G is abelian, right? So there is a normal subgroup here. And this is X, and this quotient will be a trivial group. So the induction, so this G quotient X has less elements than G. So there exists here as the cyclic tower. So its pullback has a cyclic tower. Okay, so the proof is done. Okay, so we finish the induction. Okay, so this proves that Abelian tower and cyclic tower are actually equivalent. Okay, so this is the results.